Namaste. This is Manjunath Murthy from Know Your Yoga. There's been an upsurge in the number of people taking up online yoga classes. Everyone is getting more health conscious now than ever, which has made strong resilience and immunity the mantra that is sought after. Naturally, we venture online or ask a friend and find a yoga class that is suitable for our timing. But did careful consideration go into choosing the right yoga teacher? Or is it even required? Let's find out. I loosely use the term yoga teacher, but there can be specific categorizations that can be made. I'll try to explain them here as simple as I can. Yoga instructor. This is someone who has typically completed a certification course of 30 days or a few hundred hours, which would have taught them a brief introduction to yoga and philosophy, a set of asanas and pranayama, and also some anatomy related to asanas, etc. Yoga therapist. This is someone who has gone through a long-term course ranging from a year or two, like a graduation or diploma in yoga and therapy, which covers yoga and its philosophy in depth and has been trained to give classes to people with health complications under the guidance of a doctor and a senior yoga therapist. Yoga Acharya. Acharya is someone who does acharana, meaning he who lives by what he teaches, mastering the aspects of whatever he teaches to a greater degree than the previous two categories. Yoga Guru. A guru is someone who can be called as quote-unquote realized. He is someone who can transform the seeker or shishya, leading him to wisdom and higher consciousness. So how does one choose when they embark on their yoga journey? Also, a good teacher for one might not be as effective for another. Knowing where you currently are in life at different levels like physical, mental and emotional is helpful. For instance, my work demands me to sit a lot, which makes me physically sedentary, whereas mentally overworked. Similarly, why you want to take a yoga class can also help you in deciding the right teacher for you. It may be something goal-oriented like, I want to improve my health, learn advanced asanas, learn how to meditate, or simply I want to know about yoga, or even simply because I have time to spare. Sadhguru says start yoga even if it's for a bad reason, so having or not having a reason are both fine. The purpose of categorizing teachers this way is not to say that a practitioner has to choose only one among this. Most people would want to enhance themselves spiritually, and any of these teachers would be helpful in making that happen. Coming to specifics, a person who is fairly fit and of sound physical and mental health can opt for a regular yoga class under a yoga instructor. A person with health issues related to metabolism like thyroid and diabetes, or age-related issues like spondylitis, arthritis, or any neurological conditions and also psychological conditions are better off starting their yoga classes under a naturopathy doctor or a yoga therapist, as these know the do's and don'ts and handle individual personal classes as per the need of the person. You may already be practicing under a yoga instructor in a general class and may experience pain or discomfort, which might be because of an underlying health condition. At that time, inform the yoga instructor so they can help you by referring to a therapist or a doctor. If you are a person who's taking yoga classes for the first time, it's better to take offline classes if it's possible. If online is the only option, it's better to start off with one-on-one classes at least for a while. There's been a profusion of online yoga courses and classes which gives out certificates in a matter of a month. Some of the instructors, even before undergoing sadhana or practice of their own to build experience, directly start taking classes. This may not be bad for them, but for the practitioners or the students, it may lead to unnecessary complications. Another scenario is one where mastery of one limb of yoga like asana or meditation might not translate to effective teaching of the same. In short, aptitude as well as experience matters for teaching. As one progresses in the practice of yoga, one might seek to learn deeper and imbibe yoga completely into their life. A yogacharya or guru is better suited to provide guidance to them. This is the time and age where we don't settle any less on quality, where we tend to even put back the tomato that doesn't seem good enough. Don't you think a lot of care, understanding and careful consideration need to go into something that may alter your life and bring wholesomeness to it? I hope this video was of some help to you. Shubhamastu.